Howdy everybody, welcome to the Nifty Nerd Show. My name's Kat.
My name is Fee.
And today I'm going to be drawing even more Arrowverse characters, if they were in Dungeons & Dragons.
Hooray! Oh yeah, I got to... Kat came to me for solemn advice about the characters, and I got to suggest 2 of them, which means I have a lot to say.
Well, we've got Nia first.
This
early drawing looks really rough. Don't worry, it improves.
Oh, Nia won't be doing such a mean lean?
Well, I can't guarantee that. I don't think so. I don't really remember either, so...
You don't...
I guess we're all together. Yeah, I drew this like a week ago, man.
Okay. Supergirl is a show.
It sure is.
Yeah, well, honestly, that's a strong word for it. Supergirl is a collection of scenes and such promising ideas that are seldomly well executed upon. I think that's a better description than show. Nia is definitely top 3 characters for me. Kara, Lena, Nia.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably my top 3 favorite characters too, but probably number 1 is Nia.
My problem is that Nia is one of my favorite, but then it's like, what characters do you rewatch the scenes for?
Nia.
Yeah, but I rewatch a lot of Lena scenes.
But like, last season, what number of season is that? 5? Because we're on 6 now?
Yeah.
Lena's so awful.
Yeah.
He's like, Kara, I can't believe you lied to me, so now I'm gonna lie to you. Because that's now I'm willing to do when I'm not the one being lied to.
Being the better person is overrated. Just be as petty as possible. Really all of the Supergirl characters, well, no, not all of them. Really just Kara and Lena. The show does not know what they like, what their characterization is. They have like a vibe, but that doesn't even, it's not consistent.
I gotta say, I talked about like Lena has like too many character flaws for her like favorite, but Nia, I feel like has a real lack of character flaws. Because there's like the one episode she was like, I almost killed a person. It's like, yeah, but I feel like that's a pretty popular superhero thing. It's like, I almost crossed that line. I can never cross that line.
Unless you're like on Arrow and you just murder happy.
Or Legends.
Yeah.
Sarah's.
Well, Legends don't go, unless it's like to save history or whatever. Legends aren't going out of their way to find people to kill. It's just, if the fight happens like that, it happens.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Oh, I mean Nia Paladin, you can probably see that.
She's quite shiny.
Yeah, pretty shiny. I thought it'd be fun since it's like, oh, the classic do-gooder. Even though in the D&D group that we played in, our paladin was probably the evilest of the bunch.
Good times. Oh, you brought up the no-killing thing?
Uh-huh.
And I would add on to that. It's weird in Supergirl that, like, no-killing is their rule, but they don't really bring it up. And Superman in that universe doesn't have a no-kill rule.
Doesn't he?
Because they talk about how he killed Zod.
Oh, yeah. That's stupid. I hate when they're like, yeah, Superman killed Zod. Shut up, Man of Steel. I don't like you.
You weren't...
I was like, oh, I want the Snyderverse back. Shut up. I don't want the Snyderverse back. You know my favorite DC live-action movies have been recently? Aquaman and Shazam and Wonder Woman. I don't want the Snyderverse back.
Okay, but the problem with you, Kat, is your live-action opinions... One of your favorite movies is Suicide Squad.
Okay, well,
so your opinions have to be taken with a grain of salt.
I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad, which, despite having the worst sequel name in history, seems like a fun DC project. Oh yeah, now there we go. Finish Nia. We're on. Next is Zari from Legends of Tomorrow.
I freaking love Zari. Like, we just talked about my favorite characters in Supergirl, but Zari is just one of my favorite fictional characters. Perhaps it is because sometimes you just run into a character at a certain time in your life that you're like, I needed this character. And they just stay one of your favorites, and Zari happens to be like that. I have been told I'm quite sarcastic, and I like to think I have a heart of gold under it, despite not really. I don't want to put in the effort to do good. But plus, I love a red and black color scheme. Like, why do they bother with the other colors?
Oh, you mean because red isn't the best color? Why'd they bother with the other colors?
I mean, why'd you bother having a head and a face if you're gonna have such a horrible opinion?
Unbelievable.
But yeah. I mean, easy for you in the D&D part, because in Legends, they have the scene where Gary explains to them, his D&D party in comparison to the Legends, like it's direct comparison. It's not like a reaching.
This scene.
You don't?
I don't know what season it's from.
You remember when Sarah gets the death totem?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all huddled in the little med bay.
I don't remember them being huddled in the med bay.
They were, hiding from an assassin with a death totem.
Well, that sounds right, but I don't know enough to dispute this or validate it.
Ava goes to Constantine. There's a foot.
I remember Ava going to Constantine.
Yeah.
It was all like, oh, I'm jealous. Yeah. We talked about, Supergirl having a lot of ideas, but not really having anything good to do with them. Legends started as a good idea and then did a good thing with it, because season 1 of Legends
it sucks.
Is so much worse than the following seasons, like Rip Hunter. Who cares about Rip Hunter? Certainly not me, who's watched the show.
Ooh, audience, look at this boring white man. He's British.
Audience, look at Rip Hunter. His love interest is the ship.
It's like, his love interest is the ship. This ship is... who he had to get over. His past relationship was his wife, who he had a child with, who was brutally murdered. But now...
Time Hunter? Remember when Heatwave became that...
They never bring that up unless it's in a joking fashion, and I'm like, I feel like
that seems like a terrible thing.
Like, you good.
I think he's leaving Legends, actually. I think they have a dispute with the studio. I mean, I don't really care Heatwave that much. But now there's only one original Legend. It's just Sarah, right? Yeah. Come a long way from becoming the team leader to the only she came a long way from being just a team member to the team leader to the only surviving original team member.
Well, some of them are still alive.
Yeah, but not they're not on the ship still.
True. And the best episode of Legends is Here I Go Again. There's no doubt in my mind. It's probably my I was about to say it's my favorite Arrowverse episode.
That episode of Supergirl where Mixie Spitlick comes around.
It's the Super Life and Here I Go Again are the best episodes in the Arrowverse of all of their shows, I would say.
Well, I think It's a Super Life is probably the best episode of Supergirl. I don't really have any other. No. Oh, are you sure about... Okay, here's my pitch for the best Legends episode.
Uh-huh.
Legends Up to Meow Meow.
Here's the thing. Legends Up to Meow Meow is the second best episode. And I love that episode to bits.
There's puppets, there's cats, there's time travel.
But it's not Zari focused. If anything, the thing holding
Zari turns into a cat in Legends Up to Meow Meow. So that's pretty fun, right?
Hence the namesake.
Yeah.
And she's the group of three. The freaking chaotic trio of Constantine, Charlie, and Zari, where Zari is the voice of reason.
I want to talk about the drawing real quick, because I did not know what happened there. The background behind the air went transparent for no reason. And I didn't know what to do. I stared at it for a while. It's what happened to my save? So that was pretty fun. Also, I imagined that Zari would be a little pirate in D&D and ride on a ship called the Wave Rider.
Oh, that's fun. Although calling a ship the Wave Rider is a lot different than calling a time ship the Wave Rider. Yeah, it's just it's riding the waves.
Ocean.
Like every ship. I like your water, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of crystal.
Fun, right?
Yeah, I like it. Well, I love Zari in general, so.
Okay.
Who's
next
next?
Up, we've got the show we haven't watched.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's multiple shows we haven't watched. Take a guess which one it is.
I'm gonna go with Superman and Lois.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we did watch one episode of Batwoman, but the pilot just didn't grab on.
I thought we watched 2 episodes.
Really? I only think we watched the one.
I don't know.
So yeah, this is Superman and Lois. This is Lois. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to be like Lois of, like you were going to do a D&D name,
Superman
like Metropolitania or some fantasy nonsense.
This is Lois Lania of the Metropolitopolis.
Oh, that's a stupid name.
Well, arguably so is Superman and Lois.
Oh.
Why is it just her first? Not even like her first. I don't know. I just think it's
Could have
weird.
just been Superman Lois, full of dumb WandaVision titles. Oh, I hated that. Sorry. For a second, the face was just the eye holes and the mouth and the other eye hole, but there's no nose, no eyebrows.
Pasta just dropped. Superman Lois.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen plenty of other stuff with Lois in it.
Yeah, I feel qualified.
Seen the trailer.
But like,
I have not seen the trailer actually.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
bothered. I don't care. It's like
the thing is, like, I love like some of the costumes. Like they showed like the original, like the outfit with like the black logo on it in one of the trailers. I'm like, that's very cool. But the plot is that they have like, to my understanding, since I haven't watched the show and I don't really remember the trailer well, they have kids, but the kids don't know that he's Superman or something.
Oh, I knew they had
Or that
kids.
they're alien. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, classic Superman story. Superman has kids that don't know he's Superman.
Everyone was so happy in Supergirl when Kara kept her identity from people. All the fans were like, ooh, such drama. They were like, this is just frustrating.
Yeah. And Lois is played by Bitsy Tlock.
I don't know her name. I just know whenever I watch Grimm, I think,
Yeah.
oh, that's Lois. And
Yeah,
whenever I
that's what
see
was gonna say.
Lois in the
I
Arrowverse,
think,
I think, that's Juliet.
from Grimm.
I watched a lot of Grimm.
Yeah. It's been over for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least we've watched other Lois stuff recently.
What did we watch recently?
Superman versus
the Elite.
Yeah, we watched that.
What a great movie.
I almost considered rewatching the Elite episodes of Supergirl, but then I remembered they were nothing like it.
I was talking about this today when we were watching Supergirl. So a lot of Supergirl episodes are worse versions of Justice League Unlimited episodes. Because you've got the Roulette Fight Club one.
Yeah.
You've got For the Man Who's Everything.
Yeah.
I'm having I guess Elite wasn't in the cartoon, but that was an animated movie, not in the same universe, but it was still much better. Yeah, that's awesome. Just rough.
You had very bright for a second. I was like, did you have Lois pink hair?
No. Well,
And I mean, regardless of what I've watched recently, all of the episodes of the DCAU are permanently burned into my cerebral cortex, and I can access them at any time.
fun fact, if you're in a dark room, my eyes actually project out little episodes of Justice League Unlimited.
Oh.
It's a little unsettling at first, but you'll get used to it.
Yeah, mine don't do that. They play Batman Beyond.
Oh.
I've watched so much Batman Beyond. Yeah. I mentioned Zari's on my top favorite characters list. So is Terry McGinnis. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It's like, there's not a ton of depth there, but, you know, you got too much to say. And end of the drawing?
Yeah, that's the end of the drawing. Hope you can't hear those dogs in the background. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Nifty Nerd Show. This has been Kat.
And Fee.
Thanks for tuning in.